Welcome to my video on how to grow your sales exponentially using joint ventures. It's a strategy I find gives businesses great cash flow almost immediately. Do any of you have a joint venture partnership? Joint ventures involve two or more businesses that decide to form a partnership to share markets or endorse a specific product or service to their customer base, usually under a revenue share arrangement. The key to creating successful joint ventures is to find partners who service the exact same type of clients that need or want what you sell. Let me give you an example of this, and I'll use one that you're all familiar with, a florist. One of the most financially lucrative product lines for a florist is providing flowers for weddings. The average floral bill for a wedding often exceeds $3,000 for the ceremony and the reception. What I've discovered about florists is they fall into what I refer to as an event chain. An event chain simply refers to a series of businesses that customers purchase from in a specific sequence. For example, a wedding will never take place until an engagement ring is purchased from a jeweler. So jewelers are at the forefront of every wedding chain. Once a young lady accepts the engagement ring, this event kicks into high gear. First, the young lady knows exactly where she wants to get married, so the number one thing on her agenda is to book the church or chapel where she wants the ceremony held. Second on the list is to line up a wedding planner. Wedding planners today are a really big deal, and often women like to use the services of a professional wedding planner. Next, she wants to secure the venue for her reception. She knows that most venues book out months in advance, so locking in a venue is high on her priority list. After that comes the wedding dress, so she begins to search for the perfect dress at an affordable price. Next is our florist. The bride-to-be will want to begin selecting her floral arrangements for both the wedding and the reception. Then after the florist comes the wedding cake, the printer for invitations and thank you cards, and depending on the financial ability of the bride-to-be, she may also be interested in hiring a limo, a DJ for the reception, a travel planner for the honeymoon, the hotel, catering, and so on. This event chain is typical for this industry. And for the florist, it specifically identifies a multitude of potential and lucrative JV partners. But here's where this becomes so important. Every business above the florist has the potential to endorse and send prospects to the florist. Unfortunately, the florist has no control over the flow of those prospects. All of those businesses above the florist control the joint venture relationship. So it's critical for the florist to create a compelling offer and good relationships with these businesses that they feel obligated to send prospects to the florist. But here's what's even better. The florist controls the prospect flow to all the businesses below the florist, and by establishing specific processes and procedures to make sure his customers use those businesses, the florist can negotiate compelling offers with those business owners as well. So let's look at these numbers. Let's say the florist cultivates a joint venture relationship with at least one of each of the businesses throughout the entire chain. And don't forget, he could have more than one. So staying ultra conservative with our estimates, would you agree this florist, since they have no control over the flow of prospects from these businesses, is it likely they could obtain at least one referral each month from just one of the businesses above them? I reckon that'll be pretty easy, don't you? Okay, would you also agree conservatively that since the florist controls the flow of prospects to the businesses below him, that he could easily send at least one referral to each one of them every month? Keep in mind these are very conservative estimates I'm using here. Since the average floral bill for a wedding is $3,000, then just one referral per month from just one of the businesses above the florist increases their annual revenue by $36,000. And still being conservative, say there was two. That would be $72,000. Now let's consider the businesses below the florist, where the florist controls the referral. And let's start with the wedding cake maker. The average sale price for a wedding cake these days is also about $3,000, and the florist could easily negotiate a 10% referral fee. So just a single referral per month produces an additional increase in annual revenue of $3,600 to the florist. Now let's consider the printer. The average sale price for printing is $1,000 for the invitations and thank you cards, and the florist again could easily receive a 10% referral fee. So that single referral per month produces an additional annual revenue of $1,200. And don't forget, there are many other vendors as well that I've not included. So if we stop there, this florist has just increased their annual revenue by $40,800, and that's using ridiculously conservative numbers. Imagine if you continue to add up the revenue produced by all the additional referral fees the florist could earn from all the other vendors in the chain. And the extra couple of referrals, it would be at least $81,600 of additional revenue. This same process holds true for businesses that aren't in a chain. But just like the florist, they simply identify partners who service the exact same type of clients that need or want what they sell. Now I realise this looks easy, but it's not, and here's why. You not only have to properly identify who would make an excellent joint venture partner for your business, but you also must determine the order to approach each one, how to approach them, and when to approach them. And it's critical you do this properly, or you'll wind up burning through all your potential joint venture partners and come out with nothing in return. So conservatively, how many referrals would you estimate might be possible if just 5 other businesses were compelled to refer their customers to you for additional purchases? And one more thing before I move on. Remember earlier we discussed the critical importance of creating a highly compelling informational offer that would promise so much value to prospects that they would knock your door down to get it? Suppose the florist offered this informational offer in their marketing. 5 things every bride should know to avoid disaster on their wedding day. This offer would place tons of prospects into their drip campaign and result in a tremendous increase in sales. These new sales can then be referred to your new joint venture partners and collect multiple referral fees every month. This would absolutely dwarf the revenue I just uncovered for you before. What I find really exciting about joint ventures is the strategy I help my clients implement immediately as it begins generating instant cash flow for them right from the get-go. So, if you'd like a hand implementing joint ventures in your business, just book a 45-minute complimentary call with me and I'll show you how to use this strategy in your business. Just go to kevinhargraves.youcanbook.me and you can book your 45-minute complimentary call there. Otherwise, you can go to my website at bestbusinesscoach.com.au for more videos on marketing. I hope you've all had a wonderful day and thank you for watching.